Hang on. Right, there we go. It's probably better. Can you hear me? Yes, mate. Yeah, good. You? Yeah, and you, mate. What's up, mate? No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. I need to. Can't change. Oh, I can change my name. There we go. What's that? There we go. That's better. Yeah, no worries, mate. Oh, no way. How long do you want to do the video for, mate? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, half an hour's good with me, mate.
Good evening and welcome to the Manchester is Blue show. Steve Browning, how are we doing, Steve? You okay, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. You?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Really good. What are we up to?
Not much, mate. Just got Wimbledon on the background, actually.
Have you? How's it going? Any of our lot still in?
Yeah, Murray's just started now, mate. So
I thought he
Yeah.
was injured. I thought he was out for the count for some reason. Has he come back firing? Has he?
yeah, he's looking alright, mate. To be fair,
Fair play.
at the moment. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Manchester is Blue show. It's good to see you back, pal. It's been a while since we last spoke to you, hasn't it?
Yeah, indeed, mate. Yeah, happy to be back.
It's a funny one because we petered off doing shows towards the back end of last season for one reason or another, and I thought I've been thinking for weeks and weeks. I'd love to get an early start on the season coming because I feel like there's so much we need to talk about. If we blink, we'll miss half of the stuff with City because obviously there's been so much change in the last couple of weeks, hasn't there, with ins and outs and what's going on, and obviously the big one with Haaland coming in. There's obviously news about potentially Sterling going to Chelsea, Jesus leaving, and obviously Phillips coming in. There's so much going on, pal. Where do you want to start, I suppose, is the question.
I suppose we better start with Haaland, I suppose, don't we?
Should we start with Haaland? Yeah,
Go earliest first, I suppose.
Well, you know what? I don't think we can start at a better point, really, because I'm so excited. We didn't do a show when he first signed for us. And I'm pretty gutted we didn't because I think I've lost the enthusiasm that comes with it. But I say that in a really good sense because I'm now excited. I just want the first game to come now. I want that first team sheet. I want to see what the lineup, see what the team is behind him. I'm sure this question's been asked hundreds of times, pal. But I'm going to stick it to you. What's he going to bring to our team that we've been missing over the last two seasons?
I mean, the obvious point is a focal point. I know we've scored goals and lots of them. Don't get me wrong, but if we can score lots of goals without a striker, what we can do is probably one of the most informed, prolific strikers in world football. Now is going to be a joke. And I'm hoping it all lives up to the hype that he brings. And I mean, if KDB doesn't get top assist of the season, then it's got to be something wrong, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
He's scoring goals in teams that aren't anywhere near as equipped as what City have got and how we play together. He just needs to adapt to that. But I mean, Dortmund's probably the best, but they haven't got anyone like KDB in there, have they? And Bernardo Silva and Grealish and Foden, and then the names go on. He's going to have a field day.
It's
surely
absolutely ridiculous the amount of opportunities we've got for him to score goals. And you're right. You look at the teams he's been playing, obviously where he is, and you look into the international side. He's a natural born goal scorer, and I'm so excited. Like you say, puts De Bruyne behind. De Bruyne. I look at it's probably not often where you think players, because it's such a competitive industry, the City players must be really, really excited about him coming in. It must be a bit of a weird atmosphere now, because obviously with I don't know, has Jesus, has he officially left yet? I know Fabrizio's put in that is the here we go, which
I would take it if Fabrizio's put in the here we go, that it's done. I think he's flying to England this week to sort of finalise everything and get all the pictures and stuff like that. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail when he does unfortunately eventually leave, because we'll have a little bit of a chat about him tonight. But let's not take that away from the Haaland scenario, because let's face it, he is leaving because of Haaland. I think and I think I really rate Jesus. What is it, 4 Premier Leagues he's helped us win. Numerous other trophies. He's been a fantastic servant for us. But even when Sergio was here, he was always the understudy. He was, and he never quite broke through for me as being that player to go, do you know what, he's going to score 30 goals a season. Am I being wrong? Am I giving him a disservice there? I'm not really, am I? No, I never thought he was a striker. I always had him as sort of like an inverted winger.
Yeah.
Personally, but I mean, I was at the Watford game last season, and the 4 goals he scored. I mean, it was literally as the sort of Haaland talk started to have really sort of take pace, and then he goes and bangs in 4 goals that game. Literally 2 days before this Haaland talk was getting ripped, and then he goes and bangs in 4 goals, sort of like a bit of a statement. But I like him, and I think he works hard, and I always bring it back to the Real Madrid game a couple of seasons back at the Bernabeu, where he was pretty much playing left back.
Yeah.
That for me that changed my whole perception of Jesus as a workaholic. I mean, a lot of people speak about Bernardo and his work rate, but Jesus' work rate is next to nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a truly hard worker, and the thing is, that's never been an issue for him, has it? I don't remember ever thinking of us talking about a game after a game and just be like, I don't remember thinking, oh, he's lazy, didn't put the effort in. He's always there, always happy to run into, always doing the miles. I think Arsenal are going to be very lucky to have him. I think he's going. I hope he does really well for them. Not too well, obviously, but I hope he does really well, and I wish nothing but success for him. And it's funny, while I was talking to you then, I've just brought up his goals record, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, he's never really quite reached the 30 goals. He's never quite reached the 20 goals a season. His best season for us is in 19-20, and he got 14 goals in 34 appearances. I think with you saying inverted winger, I think actually, you know what, we have got people in that position. If he's never a proper striker, according to this, then actually bringing in a Haaland has bumped him down the pecking order to a lot, hasn't it? But I could pretty much guarantee you he's going to score against us the first game he plays for us.
100%. It will always happen. It will always happen. Probably at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll score the Etihad, but it'll be at the Emirates. But yeah, like you say, I think, if Arsenal are sort of going the way they are now, I mean, he's going to be a real addition for them, because if they get Rafinha as well, I mean, they got the Brazilian front three with Martinelli, Jesus and Rafinha.
That's a good shout. I never thought of that, right? Yeah.
That's been going sort of round the rumour mill. So, fair play to Arteta. He's always going to go. He worked with Arteta for God knows how many years. So, good move for him. But it does mean that number 9 now does go to Mr. Erling Haaland, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And it's funny.
That's what we got to think of. It's awful, and I liked him, but let's just think about what replacement we've got.
Yeah, good shout. And I'm looking at the, and as soon as he signed for us, everyone started, because City are record breakers left, right, and centre, aren't we? We'll go and smash a record left, right, and centre. We've no issue about doing that. And I'm thinking to myself, and one of the first things I saw when Haaland signed for us is he's going to win the Golden Boot for us in the first season, which would be fantastic. We've not had a Golden Boot winner since Sergio in the 14-15 season, and he scored 26 goals that season. If Haaland gets over 20 in his first season, I'd be happy with that. So my point with this is to you, the question to you and everyone else is, what's a good season for Haaland goals wise? What would be? Bear in mind, it's not worked in Pep's ethos. It usually takes overseas players a good season and a bit to get used to how we come in. I mean, Grealish is another one. He's obviously a British player, but obviously getting used to Pep's ethos. What for you is a good season for Haaland? What's a good? Is it 20 goals? You've got to be thinking that with the record he scored.
You've got to be going over 20 goals this season.
Got to be.
That's just a standard, I would say. I mean, we've sort of covered it, but the amount of chances that we create, and sometimes we don't have that striker in the box, that sort of goal sniffer. We don't have it. I mean, some of the balls that go in the box are just absolutely ridiculous, and you just think, oh, why couldn't we have had Serge back in his prime? But now we've got someone that's like 21 years old that sniffs out goals for fun. And,
yeah.
and if he doesn't get over 20 goals,
he's 21. I keep forgetting this.
He's 21, and I think he'll be disappointed if he doesn't get 20 goals with the caliber of players that he's coming in with.
Yeah, I agree.
Surely. I mean, he is goal hungry, this boy. I mean, and to come in and sort of go, do you know what? Oh, Liverpool have gone and signed Núñez. Well, I'm going to outscore him and show him who's the better one.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. That would be in my head if I'd done it.
The Scousers have already started talking up the rivalry between him and Núñez, haven't they? So it's
not. I think Haaland. I think he's different gravy. If I'm honest with you, Núñez is not. He's a little bit older. Yeah, he had a good game against Liverpool. Liverpool seem to sign players that have a good game against them.
Yeah.
I just think Haaland has done it everywhere he's gone to, and on an international level, in a poor Norway side, really, and he's still banging in goals. I mean, I had to turn it on the other day when the internationals were on and just watch him against Sweden. I just had to do it. I just had to see him, and he banged in 2 goals there as well. So, he just does it for fun. I just did a quick search. He's scored 85 times for Dortmund in 88 games. That's bonkers. What was I talking about? Did I just seriously say will he score 20 goals a season for us? I might be a bit pessimistic there. He should be going for 30. He should be reaching for the stars, shouldn't he? I think I seen a stat the other day. The last time he played West Ham, obviously who we've got first game of the season, he scored a 23-minute hat trick.
Oh!
and that was for who was that for Salzburg, I think it was,
right,
in Europa or wherever. 23-minute hat trick he banged in against West Ham last time we played him.
Well, it's 5-1 to get the Golden Boot this season, which I don't think is too bad odds really. But a hat trick in his first game, I tell you what, that would be a massive statement of intent, wouldn't it? Imagine that.
It'd be unbelievable. I know someone that's got 2,000 to 1 bet on for him to score over 40 goals this season.
Is that
in? He put a fiver on it. Oh. Just as because it was out there.
It's not a bad bet, really, is it? Yeah, I'm not really a betting person, but I'm looking at these and thinking to myself, do you know what? Actually, I could spare a fiver on this. But anyway, we'll move away from betting because it's a bit of an emotive issue. But yeah, needless to say, I'm so excited to see him play. And we'll probably see him. Do you know what? I won't be surprised if he comes off the bench against Liverpool. I won't be surprised if he doesn't start against Liverpool and we see him come off the bench. Because Pep's I don't think he'll want to chuck him straight in. I think he'll want to have a feel around first. But I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong. And we've got a couple of weeks, haven't we, till the first game of the season? Yeah.
So the Community Shield, isn't it?
Yeah.
So going to be a bit weird at the King Power, not Wembley.
Very bizarre. Yeah. Is it the female FA Cup? Women's FA Cup?
Yeah, I think it might well. I think correct. So obviously going to be a bit weird, but something a bit different. But again, 2 best teams in England, isn't it, going against each other?
Yeah.
Expect nothing less. I think if it was against anyone else, I think Pep would be playing a lot more youngsters, but I think it's that statement that needs to be started. Get the first trophy done for the season. And it'd be a great statement. Yeah, I mean, if Haaland came on and scored against them and do you know what? I just want to see him bully Van Dijk.
Oh, yes, please.
That's what I just want. He never gets dribbled past and all this sort of stuff. Just bully him. You're bigger, you're quicker. It's just, I can't wait. It's for him.
I'm just looking now. We've got 5 weeks till the Community Shield. Before that, we play Club America on the 21st of July, which is Thursday. And we play Bayern Munich on the 24th of July. Again, I think that's over in the States as well. Yeah, it's part of the US tour. So it'll be interesting to see the lineups, and it'll take a load of kids for that as well, won't it? It'll take the Palmers and the Doyles, I reckon, and the Laps of the world, if they're still with us.
Definitely.
Are they going out on loan? Is Doyle going out on loan?
No, Doyle. He was at Cardiff, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And now I think he's back. But I think our under-23s next season is just going to be Burnley FC, isn't it? So, I think they've already got two, or he's taken two of ours, and he company already. So, I don't know how. I think Liam Delap might go on loan now because obviously Alvarez has come in as well. But I think McAtee and Palmer are going to be the shining lights, I think.
It's funny, we've got Johnny Brazier on Facebook. I'm going to go through all the Facebook comments in a minute. Thank you for everyone who's mentioned something. Johnny Brazier's mentioned in the forward line position, and Grealish, Foden, Mahrez, and now Alvarez covering the positions. I've not even mentioned Alvarez once, and of course he's going to take in that Sterling position. I'm so excited to see him play as well. It's going to be a bizarre season. It's going to be such an exciting season, and Alvarez, have you seen much of Alvarez? Have you done the?
I've tried to do the standard YouTube videos, but I mean, I know it's very sort of, but he's very much like Guerrero, the low centre of gravity, that makes the great runs and stuff, So I think he's going to be very underrated this season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's again, I can't see him getting loads of game time, but I can see him coming on and really want to see what he's going to like. I can see him lighting up the subs bench and coming off and doing really well for us.
Oh, 100%. And I don't think he expects anything less than that at the moment. But I mean, looking at his stats as well, 2022, he's 16 games, 10 goals, 4 assists. And in his 2021 season, 35 matches, 20 goals, 12 assists. The assist in there as well. That's, double figures for a whole season and getting 20 goals. Looking at it, it's more excitement, isn't it?
No, it's going to be fantastic. And I want to talk a bit about. I think we've done the forward lines quite heavily now. I want to talk about Phillips. I did a post the other day. Some people were asking me what my thoughts were of him, and I am looking forward to seeing him play. And I don't want to make it sound like it's not, but coming on the back of Alvarez and Haaland, it's very difficult to get excited. One of the only positives I've got with Phillips is I know a lot of Leeds fans and they're gutted he's leaving, which tells me we've got a really good signing there. And I'll be honest enough to say I've not seen that much of him play. I've only seen him a little bit for England. Again, I don't think that's a really fair indicator of what he can do, but I just know from talking to people that have seen him play on a regular basis that he's a workhorse. He'll leave everything on the pitch. He can pass, he can defend, he can shoot, and do you know what? He's going to be a cracking ancillary player for us. I just don't think he'll ever make it to the first team regular with Rodri being there. And does he know that? Do you think? Am I underselling him there a little bit? Do you think, or do you think he's just going to be a good squad player? Is he going to be like a Zinchenko? Is he going to be like a Zinchenko where we're always thinking, we need another defensive midfielder? Where we've always been saying, we need to find a new left back, even though Zinchenko's been there season. Not
in my opinion. I've seen a lot of him, and I like him. I do like Calv quite a bit, and I'm quite happy that we've signed him. It's tough ask to come in when you've got Rodri. It is very tough ask, but I think it's someone that I think people are going to be very surprised what they see and how much game time he gets. I think he's going to get a little bit, because you think Gundogan's 31 now, isn't he? So there's that sort of little bit of let's think about that sort of role as well. We see Rodri going forward as well. Some of the goals that bloke scores is ridiculous. So there's always that sort of maybe push Rodri up a little bit, because Calv can do that position on his own. He's done it for Leeds plenty of a time, and doing it under Bielsa where he was on his own, and they played, I think it was a 4-1-4-1 formation. He literally had that on his own and he'd done it. I'm quite excited by him. Another young English talent.
How old is he,
Come
Steve? You know how old he is?
26, I think.
Okay, yeah.
25, 26. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, I think it's another great addition, mate. If I'm honest. And like you say, a lot of Leeds fans are really disappointed that he's gone. I think he's you know, a lot of them are saying we've already made 3 signings, but this losing Cal, we need to make another 3 or 4. You know.
Is there any? I mean, he's obviously it was a defensive midfielder, central position. We have seen in the past where Pep hasn't been shy about sticking a midfielder into defence. Has he got that in his locker? Has he got his?
He played a lot. He played a lot of centre half under Bielsa.
Right. Okay.
And he did go forward quite a bit as well. So I'm quite excited, and he's very versatile in what he does, and he's very good at what he does. I think for England, like him and Rice are very pivotal for the way that England play, and I think he could be for City as well. I really do. I think there might be a few experiments. Like I say, I think with Gundo getting a bit older as well, I think it's a great signing by Pep.
Yeah, 26. Thanks, Peter Hadley, just for confirming that. It's another Yorkshire lad as well, isn't he? We seem to be building up a hardcore. A hardcore niche of Yorkshire players, which is never a bad thing. Always good workhorses. So it's always. I'm just again looking forward to seeing him play. Looking forward to pulling the shirt. I don't think we'll be able to read too much out of him from the Club America and FC Bayern games. Yeah, we'll really get a judgment for him at the tail end of the season. The last 10, 15 games at the end of the season where the key players are getting a few niggles. We need to do a bit of resting. That's when I think he'll really come into his own, and a couple of League Cup games and FA Cup games as well. I hope as well. I just hope he gets the chance. I just really hope, and I'm sure he will. Pep's a fantastic manager at doing this, and for me personally, I couldn't care if you're a fantastic player. You stay on the bench if there's somebody better than you. You start your best teams. That's a bit of an old school mentality. That obviously we've got 2 squads effectively, haven't we, to be able to play that. So for me, it's an interesting one to see, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. I just want him to have the opportunity to show us what he can do. That's not a bit party, but I'm sure he will. What's the we'll nearly wrap this up now, Steve. But what's your thoughts on defensive positions at the minute and strengthening? I've not heard too much. But for the last couple of weeks, obviously that lad from Brighton's supposed to be close to being a blue, isn't he? Yeah, what's your thoughts on him? You must have seen him once or twice.
Yeah, he looked. I think he was the best player that played against us. Was it like 3 or 4 games from the end of last season?
Wow.
When they came to the Etihad, and I thought he was good. A real sort of Pep type player. Obviously, I think Brighton are, playing quite good football, sort of very similar. I do like their manager as well, Graham Potter. I really like the way his philosophy is sort of very similar to Pep's. I always looked at Brighton. I like their other fullback, that Tariq Lamptey, as a right back. But then this Cucurella's come in and looked really good. And when they played United at the Amex as well, and he scored against them.
That's always a win. That's always a way to win yourself into a City heart. Scoring against United. Yeah.
He looks. I think he's 23.
Yeah, he is. Looking at this. Yeah.
His hairstyle. That might need a bit of a
Do you know what? It's got a little bit of a look of Zabaleta, and I saw the picture. And I thought, just get rid of the hair, get a skinhead, and I think you might be able to get yourself fit into the City team quite well there.
Oh mate, if it's anything like Zabaleta, yes please. Look, I think it's another Pep signing. It's a full-back signing. It's someone that wants to get forward, that wants to get involved with the front sort of vibe, but good defensively as well.
This lad's an ex-Barcelona player, isn't he? He come from Barca, this lad originally, didn't he? I believe. Would Pep have known him at his Barca times? I can't do the maths of when he was there and when he left.
I'm trying to think. What was he? 23. So he probably would have been 16 or 17 when Pep was there, possibly. Because what does Pep? Well, no, I don't know actually. Because what does Pep average? 5 seasons at a club.
Yeah,
he must have been a.
No, I think he was way after that. So I'm looking at Pep, who was managing Barcelona C, 89-90, 90 to 92 Barcelona B, and 1990 to 2001. Obviously, that's career. Sorry, that's the playing career. The managed 2007 to 2008 Barcelona B. 2007 to 2008. No, he was way after this. He was way after that. And he moved, so he was just about 4 or 5 years before Pep took over in the Barcelona Bs of the world. After, should I say? I thought there might be a bit of crossover there, but obviously the age gap's obviously a bit bigger than what I thought it was. If he's doing, it looks like he's done well for Barcelona B as well, under 18s, under 19s, under 16s.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments. Talk about Neymar rumour. Not a chance.
No.
I'll throw it now. There's no chance. We ain't gonna pay wage demand.
We've never done that, and we never will. And I'd rather we didn't. If I'm brutally honest, I just can't see how he'd fit in. And I think if anything, he'd really disrupt the team we've got now. I don't think we need him personally. Imagine saying you don't think you need Neymar, but I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I think the team spirit we've got is great.
Yeah, I don't. I'm totally agree with you, mate. I don't think we need him. I mean, like I say, the forward line now. I mean, it's Mahrez, Alvarez, Haaland, Foden, Grealish, possibly Sterling. I don't know. I think he might be on his way.
It's an interesting one with Sterling. What do I think about Sterling? Someone's just asked this question again. I can't. I've often said if someone was to offer over 60 million quid, I'd happily let him go. And I don't think I'm going to change my opinion of that, because I think he's just too inconsistent in front of goal. Yes, he brings a lot. Yes, he can drive forward. Yes, he can bring the ball forward. But you know what? We have got players that can do that. And I'm left with my head in my hands more times watching Sterling play than I am hands in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if we can get 50 to 60 million with him and only a year left on his contract, you've got to take it.
Well, that's a good point, actually. He can leave on a Freeman's next year, can't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know he's going to a rival. I get that. And then he's going to be one of those players. I mean, to be fair, he's never done it against Liverpool, has he? As in when he's gone back. It's been so hostile, especially at Anfield. And I don't think the City fans are anywhere like that, so I think we appreciate what he's done for us, but I would have preferred him gone to Real Madrid. Just get him out of the country. Let's not be playing him. Let's only play him in the Champions League if we have to.
Yeah,
I just think he when he is on song, he's world class, making those little runs and all that sort of stuff. But I think it'll be good for Chelsea. But I think if we get 60 million for him and 45 million for Jesus, that's paid Haaland and...
Start calling ourselves... what's the phrase Liverpool fans use? Net spend FC.
Net spend FC, yeah. We'll never spend £100 million on a player and then Nunes pops up.
Of
one of those.
Of course you won't. So, yeah, my honest answer is if he went to Chelsea, yeah, I wouldn't be that upset. I'd be gutted. I'd rather he go abroad. I'd rather he went to Madrid or Barcelona or somewhere to get him out of the country, because he is dangerous. But
he is.
Would I be devastated left? No, not really. Not really, too inconsistent for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm total agreement, mate. We're max time I have to play Chelsea in a season is 4 or 5 times, isn't it, with cups and so on. But if he goes, we've made money on him.
Well, put it this way. Sorry to interrupt you, Steve. Put it this way.
No, right?
He's asking. So the rumour mill stands. He's asking for 370 grand a week from City to negotiate to get his new contract. He's not worth that.
No.
He's just not worth that. I just can't. I don't know. Anyway, I need to stop talking about it, because I'll end up saying something I might regret later when he signs a new contract and scores 3 goals against Madrid.
Yeah. No. I think he'll go, mate. Personally, I think he'll go, but that's fine, because we've got Erling, so it's not a problem. I can just answer back with everything.
Got Haaland,
Erling, isn't it?
Got Haaland, fine.
I don't think we'll miss anyone like him. And mark this video back now. Grealish is going to have a worldie this season.
I'm fully expecting Grealish to be one of our best players this season.
He is gonna, he's gonna be brilliant. And then people can come back to this video and shout at Admin Steve when he probably doesn't now. So, but yeah, Mark, let's come back here and he'll be top assister and he'll get a Player of the Match award as well, instead of trying to nick De Bruyne.
Oh, did you see that video? That was brilliant. If anyone gets a chance, get yourself on the city socials, and there's a video of De Bruyne there. And
also, as we're on air, you know what? Good for him doing what he's doing in Vegas. Let his hair down. Let him have time off. Stop media going at him like he's a young lad with a hell of a lot of money. Let him go and have some fun.
Yeah, what a terrible person he's been for enjoying his holidays.
Disgusting.
Unbelievable.
Let the kid go and enjoy himself.
But is there still people in the world that have a go at people that do this? There must be, mustn't there? In this day and age. But it's just like, just let him on his holiday, guys. Come on.
Yes, he earns way more than all of us, but he's spending his money. He earns it. Let him get on with it. If he wants to have a picture of himself, and he's drunk, fine. Not a problem.
I think we've all had one too many pictures of ourselves when we're drunk, Steve, so we can let him off for that.
Exactly.
I'm just speaking to myself.
No, I have as well, mate. Yeah, I'll go with that. But yeah, just let him out. And I think he'll be one of our players of the season this season. I really do.
Do you know what? We're going to leave it there. On that note, Grealish played one of the players of the season. We're going to do a pre-match show in a couple of weeks' time, just after the Liverpool game, and we're going to have a little competition between ourselves about top scorer, cup winner, etc, etc, etc. So get involved with that, Steve, and everyone that's listening as well. And also, we're going to make a massive push on fantasy football this year. I'm going to create a fantasy football group for Manchester is Blue. We're going to get really involved in it. I didn't play fantasy football last year, and I regretted it after the second week. Gutted. But this year, I think we'll go for it, and we might even do.
We'll go all in.
Yeah, we'll go all in. And what we might do as well, we might do a couple of special fantasy football shows as well, just to see how people get on the league. I think that could go down quite well. So we'll watch this space, Blues. But right, Steve, I love you and leave you, pal. Have a top evening, Blue.
And you, mate. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.
See ya.